Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kylie. I am an author tuber, an audiobook narrator, voice actress, and professional nerd. Today we are going to be talking about something that I really have never done before. And apart from being an author and an author tuber and talking about writing and planning, I am a full-time audiobook narrator. So that's my full-time gig. And today I want to tell you guys about the most recent audio that I have been a part of that has released on Audible, so that you guys can go take a peek and shout out to those authors who I love working with. So here we go. So to start out, I have been working with this author for years. I have done her entire backlist and I love working with her. Vanessa Vale's Back in the Saddle, Bachelor Auction Book number 2. This is a Western and she does Montana cowboys and mountain men, and she even goes into shifters, which is super cool. And here's the synopsis for Back in the Saddle. I've always wanted her. After all these years, that's never changed. I thought Sarah O'Banion had been the one. I'd been wrong. I moved on, made something of myself, became police chief, even had a beautiful daughter. When Sarah buys me at the bachelor auction, I'm stunned. It's been 6 years. She wants me for something now. When we end up in my bedroom, I know exactly what. Except I get cuffed to my headboard by the sexy mechanic and left. Getting free isn't the only thing that's hard. Turns out she's learned something from my past, a secret which makes her angry. I'm okay with that. It means she still feels something for me. I'll change her hate to love. We're going to pick up the pieces of our first love and our broken hearts because there's no other option. It's Sarah O'Banion for this cowboy. Always. This was super fun to read. The brothers, the Manning brothers, are all named after Mark Twain characters. There's Huck, Finn, and Thatcher. So super cute. Little nod to Mark Twain there. And these books are sexy and spicy. So hold on to your cowgirl boots. Next up is All the Queens Men of Fae romance. Now, this was written by Kay Lorraine, and I have worked with her many times in the past and enjoy working with her all of the time. She runs a podcast for audiobooks that I will link down below with her co-producer Mo, and they are wonderful ladies, and I was just so thrilled to be asked to be on this multi-narrated fae romance. There are so many great narrators on this project that being included on it felt like a real honor to me, and I highly recommend it. The other narrators on this project are Stella Hunter, Shane East, Jason Clark, Teddy Hamilton, Jacob Morgan, Wesley, Siobhan, and me. This is the blurb for All the Queens Men. Jensen, Finn, Christian, and Reese. One is my protector, another my best friend, and the third is my betrothed, and the fourth, something else entirely, and I want them all. I never thought I'd fall for more than one man, but then again, I didn't think I would wake up on my birthday the queen of the Shadow Court, hunted, in danger, and unable to control my newfound fae powers, which seem to get stronger the more I give in to my need for these men. In order to claim my title, I have to complete a set of trials with my men at my side. But a dark force is out to kill me, and every day that passes, they get closer to their goal. I spent my life thinking I was human. I couldn't have been more wrong. Now the fate of the Shadow Court Fae rests on my shoulders. I am queen of the Shadow Court. They are my men, and nothing will stop me from taking my throne. So this series is a reverse harem type. It contains male-female, male-male, and male-female male, obviously with the reverse harem scenes. So if you like reverse harem, this is for you. So thanks again for Kay for including me on this project. It was a lot of fun. Freestyle, a reverse harem enemies to lovers romance, Academy of Stardom. Book 1 is by B. Page, is a new series I'm working with through Podium Audio. And shout out to Podium Audio. They are a Canadian audio company and they have been absolutely fantastic to work with. I love working for them. They are so professional, so easy to contact. Everything is streamlined perfectly, and this series is intense, and it's probably one of my most unique romances I've ever worked on for the focus on dance, but it's so well written and well descripted that you can really see the movements as the characters are dancing and going through them, which I personally think is really hard as a writer because it takes a lot to be able to describe something as beautiful and as flowing as dance or like a fight scene well, and B does that perfectly. So, from the gutter to the stars, dance is in my blood. It's what keeps me sane out of trouble. It used to keep them out of trouble too. A group of boys I grew up with. Zeno, York, Zane, and Dax. We were a crew once and we ruled the clubs. Separate, we were insanely good. Together, we were unbeatable. Fucking on fire. I was their girl and they were my breakers. Until they did something they promised they never would. Break my heart. We were 17 when they left me. You see, for kids like us, dance was all we had. Growing up in a rundown housing estate in London with no prospects can make you view the world differently. It can make you choose the wrong path. I chose dance, and they chose crime. 3 years later, I've won a scholarship to start an academy. I try to forget my past, but how can I do that when the 4 boys who hurt me are back? And this time they're following in my footsteps and joining the academy too. So there is some there is some gritty elements to this book series. It's obviously a part of a gang or a mafia type. There's blood and there's violence. There's sexual tension, and it's a great reverse harem. I read a lot of reverse harems now, and this one I really enjoyed, not just for the romantic aspect, but for the actual story aspect as well. There is a real thick plot here that is wonderful, and I would highly recommend checking it out. Angel. So I have read for Christine Allen for a while now on her MC series, and this series, when she told me what it was and that she wanted Eric and I to read for it, I was like, please, thank you. So it's basically an MC with paranormal qualities, and that's all I'm going to say about that. It's so interesting to see MC and paranormal clash. It's perfect. It works, and it should be done way more often. So Angel is the second book in the Royal Bastards Ankeny, Iowa series. I'm Jude, Angel Bearheart, newly appointed enforcer for the Ankeny RBMC. They didn't call me the Angel of Death for nothing. I do the disposal and cleaning for the club. Ridding the world of evil was my justification for my actions. I was the executioner when the judge and jury failed the victims. When I found myself at the wrong end of her gun, the hunter became the hunted. Angry brown eyes flashing fire. She had the nerve to demand an exchange I never saw coming. A dirty politician gunning for us on one side, and a rival club on the other. We were trapped. Trying to find a way out while I kept her alive would take a miracle. Except I found myself moving heaven and hell to protect her, because she was mine. So the boys of this MC are very alluring, very alpha, and very much worth the read. Hand Me the Reins is actually book 3 of the Bachelor Auctions series. So this is the youngest brother, Thatcher. Bought in an auction by a shy baker? No problem. Pretending to be her boyfriend for her sister's wedding? On it. I can pretend all day long because I'm Thatcher Manning, the guy who doesn't do relationships. I'll give a woman a wild romp. Hell, I'll give her anything but my heart. I decided a long time ago I'd never get serious with a woman. The fact that I'm leaving town in a few months only cements that decision. But then Astrid has to get under my skin. She hands over the reins in bed and out, and now I'm catching feelings. The kind you can't fake. Trouble is, I wasn't playing for keeps. Now that's a problem. So this is book 3, like I said, the final book in this little trio, and sexy spicy with cowboys. You can't get much better than that. And lastly, holy crap, is one of my books, Youre Still the One, A Second Chance Pet Romance, Love and 9 Lives series. This is book 1. And I actually managed to get this one out in audio, and I'm working on the final 2 novellas. Novella 3 will be out at the end of this month, and they'll be wrapped for this little mini adventure we went on. So 4 years ago, I walked away from the man who owns my heart. When he stalks into my rescue clinic with his beloved cat, I'm more than a bit shocked. Elias Galanis is everything a woman could possibly desire in a man. A successful doctor, scorching hot, and oh so good between the sheets. He's also my ex-fiancé. When he proposes trying us again, I'm hesitant. Second chances aren't my thing. We didn't work for a reason. He swears I'm the one, and the more time we spend together, the more I'm convinced I haven't gotten over him. Can I let go of the past, or will old fears and insecurities drive him away forever? So this is a group of 3 besties who started a cat rescue, and the novellas are following them as they get their happily ever afters, and spoiler alert, the cats are all named after Star Wars characters. So, for my nerds out there, you're welcome. That's all I have for you today, guys. I will link all of the audio down below. Please give these authors a shout out, a like. Go listen, go read, whatever is up for you. I personally have worked with all of these authors multiple times. I enjoy it every time. Again, this is my full-time gig, so the fact that they continue to come back to me and my husband, who's also an audiobook narrator, as my co-narrator is just fantastic, amazing, and I can't thank them enough. So until the next one, one love, guys.